At $7 to $10 per pack, swim baits can become expensive. Let me show you how to make them for cents on the dollar. This is how to fish, and let's get started on this budget build. Alright, here are the materials: 2-part silicone mold, super glue, gloves, mixing stick, 2 plastic cups, a flat top swim bait, and a container. Take the swim bait and super glue it to the container, flat side down. Make sure the swim bait is as flush as possible to the flat surface of the container so that the mold forms properly. Take the 2-part silicone mold formula and pour an equal amount into separate cups. I got this mold material off of Amazon. Give a big thumbs up if you're liking this video so far and finding it informative. I filled the cups about halfway up. You may need to mix more later on depending on the size of your container, so I won't give precise measurements here, it's going to be all up to you. Mix the 2 parts together, and I mixed it for about 30 seconds until it was blue, blue, blue. Pour the mold material into the container, starting from one end of the container to the other, sort of like you're mowing a lawn pattern, so that you get equal distribution of the mold material over your model swim baits. As you can see, the swim baits aren't fully covered by the mold material, so if this happens, mix and add more mold material until your bait is fully covered. After this step, sit back and relax, allow the mold to cure for 24 hours. It's a tricky part, trying to get the mold out of the container once cured. Use a prying tool like a wooden popsicle or something flat and slowly pry it out of the mold. This mold was surprisingly resilient, and I didn't even damage it with some force. That the mid-tail section of the mold needs some trimming. This is because the swim bait wasn't fully flush with the container, but that's okay, just use a sharp knife to cut away the excess mold material, like so. Side note, if you haven't already, sign up to How to Fish newsletter. I give fishing reports and how-tos just like this. There we go, that's looking a lot better. Ooh-wee, I couldn't wait for this part, actually making the swim bait. You need plastisol, some colorant, and optional glitter. I used white and pumpkin as well as some blue flakes because it most mimics the bait fish in my area. Pour about 3/4 of a cup of plastisol into a glass measuring cup. This will make at least 10 4-inch swim baits. Mix thoroughly for 30 seconds and pop it into the microwave. It needs to reach at least 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and the plastisol will turn into a clear color as you see right there. Add half a teaspoon of glitter. I put about 35 drops of white colorant. Mix and pour it into the mold, and make sure that the plastisol comes out of the mold, just seeping out of the mold, like so. So let the plastisol settle. It's going to cool down, and we'll just wait about 10 to 15 minutes. Once cooled down, just pop the swim baits out of the mold like so. Pretty easy. They didn't stick to the mold like I thought they would. You can see this was definitely my first try, and there's some post-pour cleanup that is needed, so I just took a scissor and cleaned these up. I can't wait to catch some fish on these awesome swim baits that I just made. Follow, like, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video.